Of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Grampa's Café in Dania.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another road edition of the Lunchbox. Today, again, it's a great stop on the tour, a regular stop on the tour. Grampa's Bagel Cafe and Deli in Dania Beach in my hood. Look at that, Mark Freed, right on cue.
He found a potato knish.
He's melting away.
Yeah.
He's the thin man.
This was supposed to be an 86 on the menu. Yeah,
It looks like a fresh potato knish. Now he's got a kasha knish.
I got them both, man.
Oh, is that the hot dog knish? Get the headset on. Let's get set up here. We got a big flagel of everything flat flagel. You got to put
Can't hear you. Yeah, you got to talk into the mic there. No. Yeah.
Go ahead. Put it on.
He's in New York.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. We got to start by saying Mazel Tov because
not yet.
We don't want to give a Kanahara.
No Kanaharas.
He's waiting on his first grandchild.
Oh, beautiful.
And may his
my
first
daughter
grandchild
today went to the hospital. My wife just got there this morning.
Very good.
They
man.
wouldn't allow him
a very
up there.
svelte looking.
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed
They
to be
said
there.
stay here.
And work for the baby.
And may your first grandchild be a masculine grandchild. Is that what it is? You already know?
Little boy.
They had a reveal.
Yep.
And, Mazel Tov to you. Look at this place. It's beginning to feel a lot like season. And never mind Christmas because we're in a, kind of Jewish-style deli. But
Jewish table.
Jewish table. Jewish from Brooklyn. Jewish from Brooklyn. Jewish from Brooklyn. Jewish from Coral Springs.
Not bad.
But that's okay.
He's a full-time Floridian, that boy. Huh?
Couldn't find a parking spot. Can't find a table here.
You got to call me. I get spot. I got extra spots out there.
He's got them in the back. Man, this is so much. It's a little nippy outside. I got a sweater. I got my matzo ball soup. I'm a very happy Jew at this point. And how you doing?
Yeah, we all know you hit the home runs this week.
Been winning money every night, this guy.
It's unbelievable. He's on a hot streak.
Just call me Jackie Chan. Or maybe Stu Unger. Wasn't he a Jewish poker
player?
More
like Felix Unger, maybe.
Yeah. That's how he acts in real life.
I am in a giddy mood. There's something about money that makes me happy. I've won 3 tournaments and played some cash last night. I don't want to tell anybody any numbers in case the IRS is listening.
But, I thought I had the month off from him. He still gave me the bill.
That's the first thing. You got to stoop him right away. Everywhere he goes now. It's like Jimmy Conway. I mean,
I couldn't even get 10% off this month because he had a big hit.
Got some great stuff here.
Who's eating
Mark?
eggs today?
Yeah.
Oh, this is Lubie wanted to display.
Lubie, those eggs look nice today.
Oh,
We've got the corned beef hash with a very crispy, well done hash browns. Look at this, Lubie. And you asked for soft eggs.
You got them.
You got soft.
You better eat them before they get cold and hard.
Yeah, they look beautiful. I
don't want it to be I don't want Lubie to get a little rashy here.
Did I lose
see
something?
When his belly gets hungry.
I just did something wrong. Let me see if I could get it back here. How's it going? What's happening this season? You got
everything's good. Everything's good.
You got
'tis the season.
There we go. I'm getting loaded up here. We're going to put us on the
someone's got to help him a little bit.
I'm sleep deprived. My mom, good news, hopefully going to be discharged from the hospital in the next couple of hours. So B Mayo is one tough cookie, 90 years young, and she's beaten cancer.
Keep her cooking.
And now she's beating COVID. And pretty soon she's going to beat the house too. I'm going to load her up on the betting app.
I think she's going to come home and beat you a little bit.
Yes, she will. So that's good news. We're loaded up on the Let's Eat group. What's going on for the holidays? You said you got lots of new things going on, gift cards and catering and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, we're ready for everybody. Fill up the table and let them come in.
That's it. You're open for Christmas Eve.
Till 2:00. Christmas Eve, regular day, 6 to 4. Christmas Day, probably 6 to 2.
And New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
I think New Year's Eve is a regular day, 6 to 4. And then I think we'll play it by ear. But New Year's Day, I think we're going to open up late and stay almost till normal time. because the morning is no one's up at that hour.
Well, nobody's up at 6, but they are going to get up.
Maybe
at
we'll do
9 or 10.
7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Meanwhile, look at the crowd here. There's some very
It's a good crowd
Natalie
today.
attired. I got looks like David Beckham.
I
over
told
there.
them the Mayo show was coming, and here they are.
They've got-
You guys got some following. Look at this place.
yeah, I tell you, they know. They know. Defo, what do you got in front of you? What do you think of the kasha knish?
I'm a fan of it.
I think you go this route today.
What is
Is
that?
that the hot dog
I'm
thing?
warning you. No,
Potato?
I could switch it though.
No, I asked for a potato knish, my usual
Yeah,
standard,
well, they don't know except
which-
I know. They
which
just
I
came
have
out.
to deliver to a friend of mine in exchange for some things that he's going to give me. I'm using it as a trade out for some goods. Because
I don't want to know what the goods are,
well, I mean they're goods.
but that's Lubie's idea. So
Straight
be
out of the
careful
lab,
with that.
straight from the lab. All of
Careful
this
with
stuff.
that knish. Lubie's gonna take your
So-
arms off.
Yeah, I can't let Lubie get his hands on this thing because I really do want to leave it intact. But no, the kasha
Lubie, I'm gonna
knish,
just taste your
That's the hash browns.
hash brown.
And you got the corned beef hash, which
we
is
may,
I
we
wanna
may
make
eat
sure it's
all of
good for you
Lubie's
to
dish
eat.
before he gets to
Good.
it. Yeah.
so. And we've got the flagel. This is something which I guess it was never a thing when I grew up. And was it
No.
a thing when you were starting
no,
off
no such,
cutting your
no
teeth?
such thing.
Can you describe the flagel and why it exists?
A flagel is a bagel that's hand rolled to make flat, and that's why they call it a flagel. The FL is for flat.
Flat.
So flagel, flat.
Does it contain any less dough, calories, or carbohydrates than a regular bagel?
I'd love to say yes, but I'd be lying.
It's just flatter.
It's just
And
rolled
wider.
out, and it's
Remember when
rolled
you used to
out.
put like
so-
a quarter on the railroad tracks and then the train would come by and squash it and would kind of exaggerate the size? That's the flagel. I think a kid from Brooklyn that used to do that with pennies
right.
discovered the whole concept of the flagel. That's a particularly large one, is it not? I mean,
No.
they don't usually come that size. Do they?
It depends who feels like rolling it out. That's all. Same dough.
You are known.
Our bagels are big to begin with.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you take a big bagel and make a big flagel.
That's
Generally considered to be the best in town by
you know
many
what they
people.
say, Defo. Big
What?
hands, big feet. Big bagels, big flagels. So that's
Nice. At least he's not being a bad boy today. You know?
He's been out of his mind lately. I mean,
Yeah, when you win, you go out of your mind.
yeah, he really is
Look
out
how
of sorts.
happiest I've seen him in a year.
Right?
Well-
He usually comes in, he's miserable.
I'm sleep
Well, he's
deprived.
only
I've been-
miserable until he eats. Then he's happy.
then he's happy. Yeah.
especially when I have this matzo ball soup. I got to give
I
you
had
big
that for
props.
dinner last night, my wife and I.
When it gets cold outside, is there anything better than a bowl of matzo ball soup, except for maybe
Should have gave
chicken in
this
the
to your
pot?
mother when she had the COVID. We would have cleared
I'm gonna be bringing her home a quart for her dinner tonight. She's gonna be very happy.
Instead of ventilators, we give soup.
Yeah, that's it. It's Jewish penicillin. It works for everything. It's all good. Talk a little bit about the gift card program you got going here.
I'll show you
People,
where
Oh,
we
yeah.
go. They just came in, and here they are.
this is like old school in an envelope. It's not on one of these like digital
Fancy
cards, right?
It's nice. It goes in like a stuffing stuff. or whatever.
And it's like when we had our bar mitzvahs and we would get those like
Says
nice
gift
little
card.
cards and stuff.
Always
this one
was good,
says
yeah.
this one says DeFeo.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
Defo. This one,
Defo.
And I
I'm
mentioned-
close.
Oh, you're going to do this, yeah.
I mentioned
very
to
nice.
Mark that you are in
I
the
applaud this
process
move, yeah.
of grubbing, or actually, what's
I'm
the word?
accumulating
Accumulating cards and
for
gift
charitable
cards
reasons.
for the Mustang is involved with this great outfit, a charity group that does rescue,
Pet rescue.
pet
It's called Pet Rescue.
and that as part.
Very worthy and worthwhile cause. Believe me, it's brought me great joy in my life to rescue a couple of dogs and cats. And, it couldn't be a better, more worthy cause. The people are very sincere. 100% of the proceeds going. And we're going to auction off a lot of gift cards at Fishtails on 33rd Street. They're going to
What's
have
the
a big
date of
auction.
the event? There's going to be a function, and then
There's going to be, I'm not sure the date yet. I think it's coming up sometime down the road.
okay. We'll get
very
the
soon.
What
details.
number is that?
That
Remember
is
that?
number 2. It looks like
That's
Defo
bad.
got a number 2.
Number one is always a tough one.
I
they
messed
get
up.
minted.
That's
Yeah.
why. How
Why,
could I
it
put
should be
number
number
2 ahead?
one? Okay.
I got to check.
That's the
it.
first one you're giving out.
I just
Wow.
bought. I
Beautiful.
just got.
Am I a
these.
good negotiator or what? I said the man.
You did well.
We're trying to get
I
this.
knew you were
thing
the
off
man.
the
I mean,
ground.
thank you so much. So this is
Uh,
going to
From
Pet
us.
Rescue, this auction that we're having.
Yes, this is.
And they'll have more details for you, but Mark Freed coming right through like a
and
champ.
again, if anybody is in the restaurant business or wants to just kind of get us a gift card for the package that's going to be used,
Please
is it going to
do.
be a raffle or an auction?
An auction.
An
There are
auction.
going to be other things auctioned off, and the restaurant gift cards will be packaged up in a variety of fashions. And so it'll give you a great chance to get tremendous discounts and go to some of the fine restaurants we get
People
to
love
frequent.
pets. People love rescue animals. You got 2 rescue dogs. Do you have any pets? Mark?
I have 2 cats.
2 cats. Are they
2
rescues
exotic
or
cats.
did you
No.
exotic? Okay, you.
They're a little exotic. My son has real exotic. I have
Okay.
just exotic.
We had a couple of rescue cats when
they've
I
been
was
around
married.
a long time, and hopefully they keep living. But
It's all good. But yeah, and Sheldon Glass out in Vegas, he's sent in.
contributing, yeah.
He's contributing. He
What
said,
you got? Hell's Kitchen right there on
I
the
think he's
strip?
going to send you a couple of greyhounds and some.
That guy
You
has
mean
like
the ones you
14
lost
dogs.
with?
I don't bet the greyhounds. I only bet on.
He was a I'm sure he played the dogs when he was here in Florida because he's was a track guy. That's how we know him from Gulfstream.
One of our
And
regular viewers.
he went about adopting. He looks like he has about a dozen greyhounds.
He looks like he could run about 10
Yeah.
races a day at his backyard.
He could
but
hold a
thank
card at Flagler if they ever reopened for dog racing, but very noble cause. So that of course, he would
He's
be a
gonna kick
gentleman and
in a
make a
card.
gesture like that.
And we're going to make the
They're
rounds.
not going to open doors.
I'm going to
again,
make
are
them an
they?
offer they can't refuse, Defo. So, no, and thanks again. To
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's
Grandpa's,
fantastic. Yeah.
Mark Freed,
Gift card,
the
pet
king of the
rescue.
bagels, king of the flagels. And again, if you want any kind of catering, I think for New Year's Day, there's nothing better than to have a whole bunch of bagels, smoked fish, the salmon, the Nova Lox, the tuna salad.
Today we had a big catering for just sandwiches like pastrami, corned beef, and
New Year's
roast
Day.
beef, turkey.
Yeah.
Whatever.
New Year's Day, again, there's going to be, I think, those 2 college playoff games that I'm not going to be watching, but a lot
go
of people
blue.
will be.
What are you
Blue.
gonna be
Oh,
doing?
blue. My
Oh,
daughter's
Michigan.
from Michigan. My daughter
Oh.
went to Michigan.
Michigan.
You're not watching either of them?
No, I told you I'm boycotting because
Oh, yeah?
what they did to Florida State was just not right, and I don't care
Well, you
anymore.
can't take that. So then should be rooting for Michigan.
Of
knock
course,
that
I root,
out.
I root against Alabama. Anytime
I
Alabama plays,
I never saw anybody go from 8 to 4
I've
in one day
Here,
after they should have lost the week
tell it to
before.
Lubie. You know he's a Knoll alum, and he's still trying to get over it. He's still apoplectic
You
about
know
the
what?
whole.
They went
roof
from
job.
8 to 4, and the week before they really should have lost.
Oh,
They didn't.
yeah,
But
fourth
they
and
barely
32.
won.
Fourth and you don't have to tell him. We hate Nick Saban like poison.
Yeah.
The way he bailed out on the Dolphins.
You know what? I actually, for the first time in my life, rooted for Alabama because I wanted Georgia to get out,
Right.
thinking Alabama can't get in.
Right. It
And
would
then,
be
then
Texas.
they get in. And you know why they got in? Because Saban just cries.
Right.
He's a
Oh,
crybaby.
you
He
think
cried
so?
the year before, too.
No
He
satchel
cried-
full of cash.
He cried the year before, too, because he felt like his team was injured at the beginning of the year. But that's part of the game.
Did you see that Dave Portnoy of the One Bite Pizza fame and Barstool Sports is putting
You're going to like that.
$1 million
I know you
think
wanted
I'm-
to give
I'm
it away.
saying, yeah,
$1 million on Michigan to beat Alabama in the bowl game.
he can afford it though.
So
He sold his business twice for like $160 million.
yeah, I guess he could afford a little bit of a $1 million
Not too bad.
bet.
I mean, maybe we need to get a little more edgy on this show.
I'll
It worked for him.
Now
yeah.
I got some money. I could actually put down some big bets, but I don't want to throw it away like that, especially
Lubie, the worst thing
On
that can
sports
happen
betting.
is that Alabama keeps winning now.
if
Never
they win-
bent with your emotion either.
That would be
That's the
horrible.
Yeah.
that would be insufferable because Alabama and Saban. Are
Oh, you know they're going to
insufferable
win it
enough.
all. What are you talking about?
They're
It's already
not really
preordained.
Okay,
Alabama's not
the
going to win.
refs.
Michigan's a team this year.
It's in the tank.
They were good all year,
So
and they got their running back there. So.
as we were saying, how do they go about getting their catering orders in if they want to get a big platter of bagels and
If Nick
appetizing?
Saban wanted to
Just
call in.
Just call in, ask for Clive.
Clive is
Clive
the man.
is the man.
I'm going to be posting something on the Let's Eat group later about Clive.
We need to
And
show a picture.
the number here again is 954-923-2163 at Grandpa's. 954-923-2163. Eat at grandpas.com is the website where you get all the information, right, Defo?
That would be the spot, and you get to experience some of this great food and drink. Although, Louis, this stuff's getting cold. You better get involved here.
Lubie, come on. You hurt my feelings. You eat cold food. Although I like cold food, so certain things anyway.
The chicken stock for the chicken soup, how long does it take to prepare? Is it
I look like the cook.
He's giving me Burt Rappaport answers here today. He's a
You
man.
come up
I
with
know
bizarre
Bert.
questions.
I know Bert.
We had
Yeah.
a show with him yesterday. He's great. He's a hoot.
I like Bert. I know his sister, Amy.
Yes, because he was in
He
that.
was here
Yeah,
like a month ago.
Yeah, and Bert is a great guy. He was mentioning you guys on the air yesterday and how he enjoyed the bagels. And also, we were up at Max's Grill, which has been in operation over 30 years. The only original tenant from Meisner Park that has made it through all
Wow.
these years.
That's a strong store.
That
That's
is
a strong business. Very
business.
strong.
And he added this new Nashville hot chicken sandwich. I said, Bert, how's it selling? He goes, how should I know?
I tell you what, two of the dishes that we had there that I took home, that hummus thing had some spank to it. That was nice.
Baba ganoush.
Yeah, baba ganoush.
Spank meaning
Baba
good or
ganoush.
spank meaning
Spank,
hot?
a little, it was spank.
good.
Spank,
Little
it was nice.
He
But
still
it was
doesn't know his-
perfectly, I mean, the way the symmetry of the dish, as Mayo might allude to, what was perfect.
It's
The way
good.
the
It had the
flavors were
lemon
infused
juice.
within each other. Fantastic.
So
And
you're a
then,
hummus man?
Well,
We had
but
a,
this wasn't hummus. The man doesn't know his hummus.
it was a
between his baba
hummus-like
ganoush.
substance. Stop
Baba
being such a
ganoush,
schmank.
eggplant.
Yeah.
Hummus.
Look, as long as it went down.
They serve it with little pita triangles. It looked like hummus. Mayo with the distinction. But,
Baba ganoush. That was
Baba
the name of your
ganoush,
bookie
yeah.
in Brooklyn, you said.
It
And
was.
You still owe him a couple.
I still owe him money.
A couple of
I think he
sticks.
called me through
You
a
better
collection
not put
agency.
your face on there.
Yeah.
He'll come find you.
And then they had this salmon poke, which I took some of that. That was fantastic, man. That was really, really well done.
Yeah.
So,
he has
two great
pretty good.
dishes.
He has another one out west somewhere. I went to.
got a
once.
couple of different places.
Burton Max's.
Burton Max
At West Delray. They're sponsors of the show now, too. We only associate with the cream of the crop, Mark Freed. And Grandpa.
What am I, the cream or the crap? I mean,
No, the
crop.
crop. Cream of the crop. And you guys are Stacy Ritter, you heard it from the queen of, Broward tourism herself. This is the best bagel in Florida, not just South Florida.
I look at them like today. I came in, they were beautiful.
Yeah.
This thing looks great, man.
I
I,
was-
know. I might have
They
to
were
partake,
really,
yeah.
really nice. today.
I was in
Lubie, is
here
this all you?
about
or,
2 hours before showtime because I did a walk of life with my daughter. She's now off. She's finished with her finals in the first semester.
You want
of
to be in the
senior year.
show? I'll get you guys in it.
And we came in here.
Let's see
Defo.
what you order. Wait till you order. Then we'll
She
get you.
saw this big, beautiful basket of the cinnamon raisin bagels, and she was like, I want one of those. She got one. I got a mini regular bagel just to have a half after my 3-mile walk. Oh, they were on point today. Very great texture.
looks
Perfect.
great.
What
my
do you-
daughter
plain?
did-
Plain?
No, I had a little mini plane, the mini
Right.
ones that you sell, which because your
Mini
bagels
for
is
mini.
mini. Yeah, I'm so mini. And then she had the cinnamon raisin. She said it was so good. It was fresh
Yeah,
out of the oven.
It was.
Can't beat it.
It was.
She did have 2 questions for you because she's that younger generation that looks at these things on
You know,
TikTok.
at your age, you can mess up the question. You know what I mean? If you mess up the question, she'll be mad at me.
Well, the question
So,
is this:
Go ahead.
did you ever contemplate having a blueberry bagel?
Yes.
And
I gave it up.
you gave it up.
Yeah. 'cause
Why?
It's not. I think it's not like it'll sound like 1 or 2 people are asking for them, and it sounds like a lot. But to me, I had them before in New York.
I don't like them.
They don't. You know what? They don't really sell them. To make room in the walk-in
Okay,
refrigerator, you're taking up good space for what?
I'm going to play this
Take the
back
whole
for
plate.
Natalia. Her
Take
other
the whole plate.
question,
Come on. No
again,
one's eating.
a
Take this plate.
newfangled,
Leave this.
a
And you
newfangled
take that.
flavor,
I'll make you a trade. It's a good trade I made you.
a flavor
Leave the
that
gun.
you
Take
see
the
at some
cannoli.
He ordered the loose eggs.
Asiago bagels. Yes or no? Have you ever tried those? And would
That
those
has
be
potential.
okay? Because she was asking about that.
I made them in one of my stores in New York, and I sold out of that store. But,
She would love that. You see
You
it.
took
Some
the
of the
Asiago, you just melt it right on the top.
Yeah. But then it's like the cream cheese, does it become redundant? Not really. You could, but it's a great Asiago bagels with the eggs, like you use it on your Beck sandwiches
Yeah,
and the sausage.
But you know
ones.
what? You got to have room. You know what?
Yeah.
When you're moving bagels, you just need all the room you can get in refrigeration.
That's it. Space is at a premium here in South Florida and Dania Beach. Grandpa's Bagel Deli Cafe is at 1 Southwest First
17.
17.
1-7.
17. That's
You
my
see, you
lucky
got-
number.
Is
Have you
it?
played the roulette?
My son was born on the 17th, so I played
Which month?
17.
Which month?
No, October.
I was June 17th. My daughter was November 17th. Anytime I go to Vegas or now the
Play
Hard Rock,
17.
17 black. Corner it too. Have you been into the new craps and roulette action at the Hard Rock yet?
No.
Okay. You're going to stay away from that. Good man. Defo, have you been to the craps tables?
No, I haven't been to the
Do they have
Hard
crab
Rock since they
tables
started
now
that,
live in the Hard Rock?
Yeah, they have them. That's part of the whole new sports betting package that they
Oh.
have there. But I'm going to keep my money and keep betting on myself with the poker table. So, all right, we know we got to get out of here. You're a busy man. You got to get updates from
Thank
New
you,
York.
Mark. Always a
I
pleasure.
had enough for you.
And thank you for this.
No, I never have enough for these guys. And this guy's the best, this Lubie over here.
He's
Everybody say hello to Lubie.
he's eating like a rabid dog.
All right,
man.
when you get a chance, this guy's food comes out. Just sneak him in here for a few seconds.
Oh, yeah. Was he a
want-
regular?
Yeah, he wants to be famous. Let
What's
him
his
bring-
name?
And you
He'll
got to
be-
take my seat. It's a
he'll-
tough seat to fill, you
He'll
know.
be internet famous. All right.
All right, everybody.
Mark
Have a
Freed,
good holiday, everybody. Happy,
Congrats.
healthy New
Hopefully
Year.
the pending
Everybody
arrival of the first grandchild up in New York. You'll be
pleasure.
going
I
up
want
there.
to welcome the boy's
Always.
name is Denver.
Have
Come
a
on
ha-
aboard.
Happy, healthy, prosperous New Year to you and everybody here at Grandpa's. Let's talk about the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival coming up, Defo. Are you excited?
You're just mumbling and bumbling and stumbling today.
It's a good time to
Are
take
you
our
okay?
first break.
You all right? Yeah.
No, we got to
All
do a
right.
live spot. Then we take
Very
a break.
good.
That's how it works on the Lunchbox.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. You know that Phil, they do a great
Yeah, I
job.
cannot wait, man.
I don't know that we've been invited, Lubie, yet. I noticed there's still some exclusion and confusion about the big events that Mayo's got tickets for.
You get the big events.
The big events will be at. It's the Heritage one
dinners
is
that
tough.
not
Yeah,
even
the
I
Heritage one's tough.
am asking to get included in some of those dinners.
Yeah, the
because
Heritage one's tough.
those are classy affairs, and they don't want somebody the likes of me.
But
that
a
is
great
shoving things.
opportunity for people.
Oh, yeah. Go online to vlfoodwine.com. And we are going to be involved because we're going to be broadcasting. I got a call tomorrow with some of the publicity people who are overseeing the Walk and Roll Asian themed new event that's going to be on that Thursday night.
Nice.
January, I believe it's the 11th. And, we're going to be sorting out the particulars of spotlighting some of the great people involved and some of the great Asian cuisine that's going to be there that night. I think it's at a place called Backyard in Fort Lauderdale. And that's one of the big four where if you go online and get tickets for the bar fight competition Wednesday, the Asian Walk and Roll Thursday, the poolside barbecue competition Friday, or the big grand tasting event on Saturday, the 13th at Beachfront Park, A1A, and Las Olas. Those four events, put in Lunchbox promo code, get 15% off the already low ticket prices. It's going to be the last minute stocking stuffers. That's what you want to do. Go online, get your tickets, visit Lauderdale Food and Wine, vlfoodwine.com. Get it today while they last. Events are selling out quickly. All right.
Lubie, what about the infusion of ketchup into the hash browns, Mayo? What is
Always.
your feeling about that?
I was trying not to see that.
That-
What do you
that
mean?
really
What do you put
disturbed
on
me,
hash browns? That's literally the move. Is ketchup? No. If ketchup belongs on anything, it's hash browns. And I am not fighting on that one.
Corned
No,
beef
that's
goes
not
with
even a New York
mustard.
thing.
If-
Yeah, but
first
corned
of
beef
all-
hash is ketchup. No. I'm not even fighting you on that one. That's an automatic. Yeah, corned
You
beef
and my
hash and
daughter would get
ketchup.
along.
You ignited a spark here.
Go put some ketchup on a
No,
hot
steak
dog.
and hot dog. I will take
Corned
any.
beef sandwich. Are you putting ketchup on a corned beef
You're
sandwich?
not, but on corned beef hash, it's an automatic. You put ketchup. That's literally
This
a rule.
thing right here, all it needs is hot sauce, a little bit of that
ketchup,
Louisiana
automatic.
hot sauce, a little bit of the
I didn't realize
vinegar.
you even put it on the hash browns. I
No,
was
you
just
put
amazed
ketchup
about the
on
way
hash
you
browns
did
and
the
corned beef hash.
potatoes.
That's an
You know,
automatic.
every time I think that you're moving up in the world,
Yeah.
No, that's not
the
a
culinary charts and the taste making charts.
big burger, steak, hot dog, fine. Potato, and then latke is weird. My wife doing the
You
latke
don't
with
put
ketchup is
on a
weird.
latke, ever.
That's weird.
Ever.
This automatic. I
Oh,
will
man, we're
go to
gonna
my
have
grave with
some-
that
we're
one.
having some food fights.
I'll go to my grave with
Jewish
that one.
style.
I'm going to disassociate myself with both of these guys.
Well, I eat Skyline chili.
Yeah.
Look, that's my shanda.
Yeah, but,
the
that,
sin.
that to me actually is more
Acceptable?
conceivable than the ketchup on the potato. Although a lot of people like that, man. I mean, we can't knock Lubie. The hash browns,
It's
one
hash
thing,
browns.
corned beef hash. I don't know that I'm throwing ketchup on that.
Look,
I've never seen
my
it in any
father-
I
other.
wouldn't do it on the hash browns either. I
My-
think it defeats the
my
purpose.
father, God rest his soul, he put ketchup on the eggs and the
I
hash
don't go that
browns.
far.
He did ketchup and
ketchup
scrambled
on eggs.
eggs. And you know what? I'm
Mm.
having flashbacks to my youth, and I did it too because I was at the table when both my parents did it.
Mm.
And now I'm seeing
I just like that Lubie is back to a little bit of his barbarianism because
Yeah.
he's really stepped up his dining etiquette while he's been doing his show over the last couple of years.
I just
And
I love this
He went back
breakfast.
to
So
the
I'm
days
going
when
all
I
in.
used to wonder if
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to immediately apologize
Let's
to
get
everybody
the-
that was around us when he was
let's
eating.
get the chat line fired up. What do you think? Is it a food crime?
Ketchup on potatoes.
Ketchup on corned beef hash. The hash browns I understand. Potatoes
You do?
and ketchup. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's French fries. But corned beef belongs with mustard or nothing.
I don't
to
know.
put
I've
ketchup
only
in a
seen it with
corned beef
ketchup.
hash.
My whole life I've seen
I
people
think
eat
corned
with
beef hash and
you
ketchup.
take the entire
Send
purpose
us your
away
thoughts,
from
and
eating.
we will read them during our first break, and we'll be back after these words on the Lunchbox. Comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to bashsouthernkitchen.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. For Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. We are back at Grandpa's. I don't really hear myself, but I think we're on. Yeah,
You sound good.
yeah, we got what a festive occasion here at
A lot
Grandpa's.
of people.
Lot
Horse
of
trainers
people,
from the
boy.
past.
People. Oh, there was a horse trainer here. We
Yeah,
got,
yeah.
Okay.
Paul, and I don't remember his last name. Used to see him all the time backstretch at Calder when I was doing the
Nice.
daily racing report, the racing report from Florida.
My neighbors and friends, the Bergquists, were here. Everybody's in on the winter break.
They're going to the
from
Boca
college.
Bowl tomorrow.
Yeah, well, my daughter's friend,
What are some
Erin,
restaurants in the area where we
She
can go and eat
goes-
before the game, Michael?
Erin is now a student up in Tampa at University of South Florida, and the South Florida Bulldogs, is it?
All right, so where are you going around
the
FAU?
South
Syracuse
Florida
are-
Brahmin Bulls. They're the South Florida Bulls.
Bulls.
Yeah.
The Bulls Bulls are playing. What is
Yeah.
it? The orange? They're just
Syracuse
oranges?
No, they're playing the orange. Yeah, Syracuse orange.
Syracuse orange.
Yeah, it's
That's
actually
the
an
Boca
interesting
Bowl.
bowl.
So where am I going to eat if I'm
Oh,
around the
well, there's
stadium?
all these new
Give us an
restaurants
idea.
in
Come on,
Boca that
yeah.
opened up in this new complex that's near town center.
Oh, yeah?
Fiolina's, the pasta house where I went to a media dinner the other night. They have some good upscale Italian food. There also El Camino, which is a Mexican taco establishment that has outposts in Fort Lauderdale and Delray Beach. They just opened in that new Boca complex, very close to the FAU Stadium. Glades Road along there is now, Steakhouse Road. They've got Gallagher's that comes in from New York.
Were
you
I
a
haven't seen
Gallagher's
as much steam about that as when they first opened.
Well,
They were a little bit, I would say it was 70 to 80%, probably 75 to 80%, very favorable.
right.
Some
And
people
then there was
complaining
me.
and fetching.
Yeah, I didn't have the best
Oh, you didn't
meal.
have a big review of Gallagher's?
Well, I
Or a
went.
favorable one?
I went with Dickstein. We had a meal there that was very hit or miss. They overcooked the steak, and
Oh,
some
but
of the sides
you
came
say that every time you eat with Dick Steen that something atrocious happened because
I don't want to say it's a jinx, but no, it's.
but he might be the guy that actually fits your description, which I
And,
originally found obnoxious that he ordered wrong.
and I want to say hi to Dickstein. He just texted some good wishes to my mom. So
Oh, there you
thank
go.
you
All
for
right,
that.
so he's off
And-
the hook.
Oh yeah, no, we're
Very nice.
everything.
I did want to get into something with you because I drove by the place. I came down A1A on the way down here, and you had brought up this obscure restaurant that had closed in the 50s as one of your contest entries. That was
You're
at the
the king of
Bahia
the closed restaurants.
No, but this was,
Frank's
I mean,
Casa
Lubie
d'Anapoli.
can attest to this. No, we're not trying to gang up on you, but, you mentioned a restaurant and some woman had died or something, and you said to Google her. You'd know
Patricia Murphy.
that- okay.
Candlelight.
You would know the name of the restaurant.
Yeah.
And the truth was, since I wasn't here in the 70s when it closed, I remembered it as a restaurant that was owned by a guy named Pat Flavin, who bought the whole Bahia Mar complex there. And he checked out, unfortunately, but I used to spend some time with him because he was always playing the horses at a bar called Legends, not the one that's on Federal Highway, but another place that's on McNabb. Anyway, and I couldn't remember the name of the restaurant that was there, but it was a big staple of the South Florida sort of beach dining scene, and it was Bahia Cabana. And that's what it was known as forever, right? Not this obscure
Well, okay.
thing that you came up
Once
with.
again,
Did
you're
anybody get
completely
that right?
off the rails.
I'm from Google.
Bahia Mar is a big complex where they have the boat show where Patricia Murphy's Candlelight Restaurant was in the corner where there's gardens.
Right.
Bahia Cabana is a completely different property, which is about 3 blocks to the south,
All
which
right.
was a great, I would call it like a honky tonk locals bar and restaurant.
It was a great
I
spot.
spent many a drunken night there. I might have done some things that I later regretted there, but Bahia Cabana, kind of like a place like a Tobacco Road or things like that, where it was like locals. Bahia Mar was like a classy joint. So the Bahia Cabana,
Bahia Mar wasn't that the name of the hotel?
yeah, but the hotel complex also has a restaurant, which is where Patricia Murphy's Candlelight.
See, I
You
knew
better
that
know
as
your
Bahia
laws,
Cabana.
mister. You better know your history, mister.
I think it was so far in the past that you've even got it confused. I'm
No,
not
I don't
sure.
have it
Yeah.
confused. I'm not confused. But Bahia Cabana was a great place, but not the same place as where Patricia Murphy's
All right.
Candlelight.
All right. Did
So the
anybody
guy
get that
you
right?
knew. Did I mention that we ran into your buddy John? Was it Jarris?
John Jarris, yeah. He turned me on to Tropical Acres and Shenanigans, two of your favorite places.
We do love that. I'm not ready to talk about Tropical Acres yet. You know who's going to Tropical Acres tonight? And I'm kind of nervous. One Stacy Ritter from Visit Lauderdale.
All right. Why
And-
would she?
Well,
why
no,
would she like
because she's a kind of person. She even says she calls herself a person. Well, whatever. We're gonna see what happens.
She has high standards.
I told
That's
her to
okay.
just stick with my favorites, which is the prime rib and the filet mignon and the rack of lamb. Look at this!
Oh, look
I
at
got
that.
myself
Oh,
a
my
pastrami
God.
sandwich.
Nice.
No, yeah, I'm gonna just put it onto the side there.
Wow,
Yeah,
it
it's great.
smells great.
Um,
Looks great.
What do you think? Should I put ketchup on this?
No,
Have you ever seen
even
anybody put
I-
ketchup on a pastrami?
What about
sandwich?
ketchup on potatoes? What's your feeling about that?
No.
On the corned beef
Ketchup
hash?
on corned beef hash. What do you think of that?
No, he
Negative.
said no. He
86,
clearly
he
said
did it,
no.
yeah.
What did the chat line say? by the way?
So far, it's almost every. Well, tonight, there's only 4 people that have commented on it. 3
Okay.
said ketchup, yes. Lisa,
Who said ketchup? Yeah, not Tom.
Joanne.
Tennessee.
Joanne said ketchup,
Joanne said-
yes.
oh man.
A couple other people, I'll go back and look, said ketchup, yes. And then
on
Lisa.
corned beef hash, not on hash browns.
On hash browns and corned beef hash. And Lisa Koch, is that how you pronounce
Cokes.
it? Cokes. Lisa Cokes said no ketchup. So I don't know. I've seen it my whole life.
What's the
and I
worst
like
food
it.
crime? Chopped liver with turkey
No,
sandwich?
that was pretty rough.
or
That's disgusting.
That's pretty
ketchup?
rough. That's pretty rough. Yeah, that was pretty rough.
And did you see there was a discussion about chili the other day on
I
Let's
did.
Eat?
I put an entry in there.
I did too. Was it the same one? What was your entry?
I think that the chili at Billy Jack Shack, and,
Okay.
and I am a fan
never
of
had
chili. I'll eat a lot of different chilies. A lot of places were mentioned. I'm sure it's all great. I don't know that I agree that Wendy's chili is all that great.
It's fine. I mean,
I think it's kind of
yeah,
bland.
it's Wendy's. I mean,
Somebody had Publix. Their chili's fair, but you need to spike it up a little bit. I'm talking about chili that is just absolutely a culinary delight. It's surprisingly, overwhelmingly good. I would put Billy Jack Shack bowl of chili there in that category.
One of the rare cases where me and you, or you and I,
I
are
wouldn't
in
even think
perfect
that you would
agreement.
venture in there. Yeah.
I did. I made two comments. Both of these might shock you. Number one, I said Billy Jack Shack in Lauderdale by the Sea has excellent chili, and they have those little cubes of. It's just perfect flavor, and it's what you think
It's
of
really nice. Yeah.
when you hear the word chili. It's what you think of. Now, some people put Skyline chili. You know how I feel about
It's not
Skyline
chili, yeah.
I like it, but as I wrote in the comments, it's not chili. It's Greek spaghetti sauce. It's a misnomer.
I don't even put it in the category. That's why it's kind of an oxymoron.
Sludge that you can lubricate
Yeah.
your car and other vehicles.
That's why it became an oil change
combustible-
place. It was perfect. It became a Jiffy Lube. But no, but you know what? Not to insult the Skyline chili fans, because it's not chili. That's the thing. If you're in a chili cook-off and you threw Skyline chili
Yeah,
out
it's
there,
not.
they would throw you out of the thing, and you wouldn't even get to see the country concert after
No,
the
Yeah.
and
show.
if you put it
Yeah.
on
Off
some
the ground.
spaghetti with all that cheese,
You know what? I would say this, that of chilies that I have had here in South Florida, Whole Foods
Whole
chili
Foods.
is
Brian
not bad
just
at all.
said
Yeah,
Whole
yeah.
Foods chili.
I'm going to say something else. You could say, "Oh, I'll buy some shilling for a sponsor," but Shenanigans, the chili that Pat
I
puts
know.
out,
See, I haven't had it
I
there.
thought it
so
was
couldn't
solid. We
say,
had
yeah.
it
it's the ground beef chili, but he's got really good
Yeah.
flavors. The classic kind of the some of the pepper, the depth of flavor with the tomato sauce and the peppers and onions, and he serves it with some of the chopped. I guess the onions and the cheese, and it's classic chili profile flavor.
Okay,
Very
what do
good
you-
at Shenanigans. Billy Jack Shack.
Because
I
another
also
sponsor
put
of
at the
ours,
top of the
Texas
chart.
Roadhouse, actually does nice chili. Like
That's good.
we like that. Now they don't do. I don't know if they have beans because it's Texas. What do you beans? Don't because I don't mind the beans. I'm okay without the
I
beans.
prefer
either way.
without. I prefer just a straight up beef
I'm all
chili.
in on the beans, man.
I like the beans. It's
Yeah.
a filler.
You like the beans.
It's
All right.
I
filling.
do, yeah.
I like-
I mean, either way, as
I'll
long
eat
as
it
it's
without
well
it.
made. Yeah.
Another type of chili that I like a lot is the southwestern turkey chili with the black beans and
Yeah, I don't know
the
about that.
That's a whole
poblano
different animal.
pepper.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Another
I'm not.
category.
I'm not
Yeah.
that.
Why are you
Talking about-
creative? That's a good
I'm not
Red
that creative.
sauce chili we're talking about here, man. Let's stick to the category.
goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know what? He could get his turkey chili with the black beans and throw some ketchup in it and
Exactly.
make it a red
Joanne
sauce.
also likes adding hot sauce when she has potatoes or eggs. So
Good for
I
everybody.
will
Now,
give her that.
why did you swipe the mustard on me? It's all the way down there.
No, you want
and
it?
now I have this
You always make a
beautiful
face
you,
when
you
you
have
try
to
it
get
with the
involved there.
mustard.
You definitely have to get involved with that
And
sandwich.
I figured maybe we'll do a big bite with the hot pastrami.
Wow, I don't know that I would want to
Just don't get
destroy
sick. That's a
the
lot.
ability to savor
That's a nice
what
sandwich.
looks
By
like
the
one
way,
of the best pastrami sandwiches
The
I've
other
seen.
thing that I've never had here before, the cucumber salad, also known in the New York.
Why do you
Help
try to
some.
pretend that you're interested in the salad?
Because I
I love
actually
that he
love
does that.
cucumbers.
You
I love
look at
pickles.
this sandwich, Lubie,
I
and
see
this
it.
guy's going to go, oh, well, I think I'll just, it's like, having a sandwich like that and then having a drink with saccharin in it. I mean, come on.
Oh, that's beautiful.
There it is. Okay, you're going to try it, Mike Mayo? Hey, no, here's the other fantasy that Mayo's living on and living out, that we are the ones that encourage him to do this and that he tries to convince you that he really doesn't want to do it.
He's tried.
Did I
would've
suggest
recorded
anything
that.
about a big bite here? I would say no.
Today
to
you
this.
did not. No, today you did not. In the past, Mayo's sort of been like, I don't even want to do the big
I
bite.
don't want to do it.
He's actually intimated that. I will say that
Yeah.
today you brought up. No, you actually talked him out of it as he has mustard on his
You
face.
know, it's the reason people watch the show. There's no other reason.
I'll give you a net.
Guys recommended Skyline Chili as a form of chili. It's insane. He's insisting that this restaurant that closed
Well,
100 years
You
ago
should be proud
the-
of me because
Yeah.
I didn't try to do the big bite, stuffing the whole thing in my mouth.
There's a
I
napkin
took what
here.
I call
Yeah.
There's a napkin here.
a hungry, healthy bite.
No,
And
that
when you
wasn't
get
a
this
healthy bite. Yeah.
beautiful, like hot pastrami right out of the steam
Yeah, that's a
box,
nice sandwich.
sliced.
The
They use
pastrami
the
looks
Hanukkah
great. It
bread.
really does. I'm almost tempted to slice
Yeah, we
it.
may
Yeah.
take some of that other, or unless your mom does your mom
No,
eat pastrami?
I'll take half home. She
Okay.
doesn't eat the pastrami.
There.
That'll kill her
Yeah.
at this point.
We may
That's a
chop
very
that up. 'Cause I
tasty
want to try that
sandwich.
sandwich. It looks good.
Hey, once we're on the topic of
I
red
mean,
meat,
the steam is still coming off of this thing.
let's
It
talk
is.
about
I like that. I
How
like that.
great is that?
Tropical acres,
Yeah.
where Stacy Ritter
I can't believe
will be going tonight.
She'll have a great time.
I don't know if it's
a
her
great
first time or
establishment.
just first time in a long time, but whether you're a first timer or a VIP veteran, you'll all be treated the same way because that's the way the Studiali family does it at Tropical Acres. They've been in business for 74 years. Next year is going to be their 75th anniversary.
Wow.
That is hard. Is that like a Jubilee occasion? I don't even know
Yeah,
what
Well,
it's
think
I don't know
about
what
it.
it is, but it's
Restaurants,
a big deal.
unfortunately, here, many of them start up and they go out of business almost immediately. Then you have all kinds of change. Here's a family-owned and operated business that's still in a family.
Yep.
75 years later in South
Right.
Florida, that's a remarkable run.
It was originally opened by their cousins, the Harveys, and then the Harveys sold it to the Studialis in the early 60s. And ever since, it has been
Studiali.
nothing but Studiali hospitality, which is
You know what I can
the
say?
best kind of
too,
hospitality.
This is true because, when John Jarvis turned me on to this thing, I was working at like WQAM 30 years ago in the early 90s. And we used to go there quite frequently. I had the lobster special all the time and the prime rib and all our other delicacies. But it's been the same in terms of a level of quality, class,
Consistency.
presentation, service. It's been the same for the whole 30 some odd years that I've been going.
And they have a dessert cart, as we mentioned
I
the
love
other
that.
day,
I think
which
it's
is
so cool.
a beautiful finishing touch.
Yep.
You want to start off in the bar for happy hour between 4:30 and 6:30, half price off every cocktail in the joint, including the premium liquors like the Belvedere martinis that I
You really
aspire
take
to.
advantage of all
He
of those
definitely
deals
does,
that they
yes.
have there.
He's
No
good
one,
about
no
that.
one takes more advantage.
Loyalty
of
card thing, he
reward
kills the
club,
card
punch
thing.
Yeah.
card where you get the 13th entree on the house after you pay and buy 12 entrees, and they'll fill those cards up for you as
But
often
you
as
have
you want.
mastered the happy hour.
Happy hour
And
is a
then
beautiful
I
thing.
think you've even parlayed that
Half
onto the
price
early
wine.
bird. Yeah.
No, I've parlayed the half price happy hour going into the dining room for half price wine night on Mondays and Tuesdays. And again, even on a, let's say, regular night, on a Saturday night, still tremendous value. You're still only paying maybe
Always
like
great.
half to a half price of what you would spend at some of these other steakhouses around town. There's no such thing as a la carte at Tropical Acres. Every entree
They don't speak French.
it
Yeah,
includes
true.
a salad and a side dish like a great baked potato, or there's cream spinach. They are open. It's going to be Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. So they're going to be closed Christmas Eve, but I believe they still have some availability for Christmas Day and New Year's
What a great
Eve.
place to celebrate.
954-989-2500 is the phone number. Call for a reservation now. Go into Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
Lubie didn't put ketchup on that prime rib, did he?
No,
At the
no,
Tropical Acres?
that,
No.
you don't need to do anything to that
Okay,
prime rib.
very
That was
good.
fantastic.
Just finish that off. All right, we're coming back with more. We're at Grandpa's,
Yes.
which, the other thing that's great about this place, you mentioned Grandpa's to anybody. I mean, we were, a couple of different places yesterday. Talked with Bert Rappaport. We were also at Sicilian Oven and had a great time there and great food as well.
Mhm.
But, every time you mention Grandpa's, everybody, they have something tremendous to say about it.
Always.
Either they know Mark Freed or they've had the bagels here. They consider them the best.
Yep.
Bagels.
Matzo ball soup definitely is number one anywhere here in South Florida. And I do have to say, Mike Mayo, that pastrami
It
sandwich,
looks nice.
it looks tempting to swipe
not
a
gonna
bite
lie,
and
Defo
even
and I
shut your
may
mother
cut
out
up
on
this
the second
other
half of that
half.
sandwich.
My
It looks
mother's
really
not going to eat
good.
it. I'm going to eat it
This is
later. but
mayo
you
or
can
I
eat
may,
it
I
cider?
may
yourself.
save you and cut a piece
Yeah.
because that looks freaking
I'm
great.
going to cut
And
some.
I will say the Flagel's really good.
That
I
thing
was
was
never, I wasn't a
tremendous, yeah.
Bialy fan. My dad likes Bialys. I like the Flagel. I like the flavor. I like the
Good.
crispiness.
And it's got the mayo crunch.
I'm
It does
mowing
have
this
that
down.
crunch.
Let's
I
take
know.
another
We'll
break.
take a break.
We'll come
Great
back.
idea.
More Lunchbox from Grandpa's.
Great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting. Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You got to try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi, fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Café in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. To me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. A Delray Beach favorite since 2010. Casual waterfront dining right on the Intracoastal and the Avenue. Located at 840 East Atlantic, there's valet parking and dock and dine available. By land and sea, this is the place to be, with modern American cuisine, fresh seafood, and a sushi bar. Stay cool in the interior dining room or chill out on the air-conditioned outdoor deck and bar. All your favorites are here, including burgers, tacos, and their great spinach cheese dip. Weekend brunch until 2 p.m. and live music every Saturday and Sunday afternoon. For reservations and more information, go to deck84.com and tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
Well, I can't believe you make fun of Defo for being old. You, in front of other grown adults, just grabbed he can't even hear me. I'm making fun of him. He can't even hear me. Mike Mayo, just in front, and he, again, anyone that watches or listens to our show knows Mike Mayo makes fun of Defo for being old regularly. Mike Mayo.
No, he hates old people. He does.
Supposedly,
I'm
but
not
he
sure
just
what it is.
did the most definition thing of like an older person where in a restaurant, he grabbed a cup of coffee, turned to the server and said, "It's a little cold. Can you go get me more coffee?"
It's a little cold.
I've never, ever seen someone actually do that. We always mock like Boca people for doing things like that. I've never actually seen that done in person. The server did a great job with it. Mike Mayo just literally returned a cup of coffee.
And the gentleman couldn't be any more, accommodating. But I would have just thrown the cup right back.
Sorry, I'm sure you guys are ragging on me.
I've never
when
seen
the hospital calls.
That's
You
fine.
have to
You do what you gotta do.
You know, they're making the arrangements. But anyway,
I just have never actually.
fine,
We
rag
mock.
on me because I wanted a hot cup of coffee, and the coffee that I've been here for the whole
We
hour
mock
was a little
South
cold.
Floridians for being whiny. By we, I mean you. And you just did the definition of a whiny South Florida thing.
The very thing that you
That
would
was
have been
asinine.
ripping people
This is what
on.
you're supposed to do.
No, you drink
people
your
on Let's
coffee.
Eat- Yeah, hold on a second. The very thing you would be ripping people
Yes, you would kill
on
someone
Let's
for what
Eat
you
South
just did.
Florida for, just destroying them and their whole character. You just did it. And did it subconsciously, just being, like an obnoxious person.
I'm going to go all
that
Barry
was
Sheck on your
insufferable.
ass here right now. Okay. When I had a lukewarm cup of coffee in front of me, what did I do?
I'm out of this one. I know
I
you're going
don't
to take
know.
over from
I
here.
summoned the waiter.
We
right?
got our shot in.
What didn't I do? I did not continue drinking the lukewarm cup of coffee and then go home and go write a post on Let's Eat South
you're
Florida
not Let's
about
Eat.
how I had a lukewarm cup of coffee, which was my own damn fault because I got it like an hour ago and I was sitting here letting it get cold during the show.
Exactly.
So I called the waiter over. He got a fresh cup of coffee and I say, this is a great damn fine hot cup of coffee. I did not go on
I've never
Let's
seen
Eat.
anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I love you and
You're
all,
on your own,
but
yeah.
that was
You're on your
asinine.
own.
I was complaining about
Finish
a
the
lukewarm
coffee and then get a refill. That's how it works. You don't. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. Okay, well, you've had it for 30 minutes. I don't know what to tell
It's my
you.
own
Finish your
fault.
coffee.
You've done a 1-hour show while his coffee was
And
on
I'm
the
gonna-
table. What would you expect?
What do you want me to do about it?
the gentleman accordingly, which
He
is
was great, and
big,
it's
big
fine.
dollars. All right,
It's
let's,
fine. I
let's
just thought it was
sum up
funny.
here, okay? Because
Yeah.
we've had a lot of food. What did you think of that? You don't eat pastrami usually,
You
right?
know, it's not that I don't. I mean, I stay away from it at this point in my life. I want to live
'cause you
longer.
wanna
You-
live longer.
It's, you know, you're often disparaging about older people, but you have to make some decisions. And so I don't go out of my way to have pastrami anymore, even though I always
It's
like
great. Yeah.
it. Fantastic. This is a fantastic. And the fact that you said that it's been a long time since I've had a pastrami sandwich made it even more enjoyable.
It was
and
hot.
it's had a little bit of a smoke flavor to it.
Yeah, they
it was
steam it
absolutely
off.
fantastic,
They
yeah.
slice it thin. They stack it high. You put a little bit of the deli mustard on
Deli
it.
mustard, and this is Cy
Cy
Ginsberg,
Ginsberg.
one of my friends from high school.
Oh, well, out of
Puts this
Detroit.
mustard out, yeah.
He's a deli man out of
But there are
Detroit.
many good deli mustards, and this happens to be one of them.
They use Cy Ginsberg mustard, Carnegie brand deli meats, which is actually made out of upstate New York, Old World Provisions.
Yeah.
They've gotten the Carnegie licensing and recipes.
It's not like they killed a live goat and came up with this.
No, there was no goat's harm. But let's recap and summarize here today.
We said something worth summarizing.
Matzo ball soup was
Keep it out of
delicious.
shorts.
Yeah, they
You
do
can
it,
taste
you know,
that
it's
it's
fantastic. No.
house-made broth. They're not using any kind of canned stock. This is like
I pulled a Mayo, being very hypocritical myself, and I
it's
stole a
little
couple of your
salty.
carrots
Oh, you said-
before you
yeah.
got started.
Oh yeah. Well, that was
Yeah.
good.
I thought it has great flavor, and I love
Yeah, it's
their
fantastic.
matzo ball soup. The kash kanish, a winner, and
Solid.
Really good,
the question I had is: are you allowed to put mustard on a kash?
Yeah, why not?
kanish?
I mean,
People put
anything
mustard on a
knish, you
regular
put
knish,
mustard
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
knish is mustard.
All right, and he puts ketchup on corned
I
beef.
do.
In
Corned
a
beef
corned beef
hash. On a corned beef sandwich, I would
What
never
was the
put
review
ketchup.
on your platter of corned beef?
It
hash?
was fantastic. I look, and I get it. Eggs, you would think, is it hard to mess up an egg? Yes. When scrambled eggs, actually, quite often are sort of
They usually overdo them. Yeah.
They overdo it, and they're sort of okay. You eat it to throw in. These eggs were really good, and they stood on their own. Corned beef hash was good, and the hash browns. When you get it nice and well done, fantastic job. We love our breakfast and our experiences here at Grampa's.
Yes, and not only do we love breakfast and brunch at Grandpa's. I'm a shop. I'm
good.
I'm multitasking. I'm trying
It's
to
okay.
arrange
Yeah,
you know,
for
we'll
a
let you off the hook,
discharge.
yeah.
And you don't want to mess these things up.
You don't wanna
because
miss
if
it, you
something
don't
goes
wanna,
sideways, then all of a sudden they have to keep them an extra day. It's like
yep.
you want to spring them loose.
No,
as soon as you
get
can.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do you bring
No,
a bail bondsman to get around in there? I mean,
Exactly.
I got my brother
Exactly.
sitting over there, but they keep calling me. So I don't
It
know.
really
But-
is. It's like posting bail to get out of a
Yeah,
hospital.
hospital,
It's crazy.
So, brunch, holiday season.
Yes.
Besides Grandpa's, if you
Yep,
want more of a Southern style that has a full bar of
Oh,
liquor,
sweet. Yeah.
because they, Grandpa's, you get your Dr. Brown sodas and coffees, hot and fresh. But if you want maybe a little bit more zazoom with your brunch, like a pecan toasted,
Yeah.
the
Pecan sour, yep.
whiskey sour, or
They make their own sodas. in that place,
mimosas,
in fact.
They make
and
their own- a
they
lot
make
of
their
things
own
there.
bourbons and different kind of flavors. We're talking about Batch. New Southern Kitchen and Tap in Fort Lauderdale, 525 North Federal Highway. Plenty of parking right next door, complimentary in the garage. 4 hours of free parking for those who are patronizing Batch. And
Yes.
we learned that the easy way last week. It was a kind of a stormy, rainy day when we had our show there and our get together. And boom, right across the street.
Right around the back. You got to
Didn't
go
even
around
let
the back.
any raindrops hit me. Well, right from the garage to the covered, awnings and the patio there at Batch. They're doing a great job, Kevin and Brandon. Oh,
Yeah, fantastic.
tremendous hospitality, great food and craft cocktails. It's all there at Batch, and they're going to be celebrating the 12 days of Christmas brunch,
Yes.
which is basically based all the way from the Christmas weekend all the way through New Year's.
Nice.
Of every day, their weekend brunch menu and their bottomless drink specials will be available. We love Batch, Fort Lauderdale. Go in there, tell them the Lunchbox sent you. We don't have any other breaks, do we?
Big
No
fan
other
of
breaks.
Kevin, though. We should pay homage to this guy.
Kevin was fantastic.
What a great story, too. Starts out at 13 in the kitchen.
Yep.
I mean, it's part of the fun of doing the show is meeting the really interesting and dedicated people that there are in the biz.
You know what?
And this guy, he rose literally from nothing. I
Yes.
mean,
What I've found
Be in a
about
restaurant tour.
people in the biz who are successful,
yeah.
two things. They are tremendously motivated and ambitious.
They work hard.
Yeah.
And they work crazy hours. I mean,
Yes,
they're there
yes.
16 hours a day.
Well, they're
They-
usually pretty humble too.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've noticed is they're grounded and they sort of get it. And
They're all in.
Kevin's that. Another person that's like that is Doug with Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market.
Oh,
They
Doug
do
Carter.
They are as humble.
Don't ever say I disparage
Modest
the
as
elderly,
anyone.
Defo. I I'm disparage you. Doug Carter,
I think it is
an octogenarian,
except for
is-
Doug.
No, there's a general bias there.
There
Yeah,
is.
I'm not insulted by it because I am old. I understand.
I'm
And it's
old
fine,
too.
yeah.
I'm a very old 57 at this
Doug
point.
acts younger than you do. I'll tell you that right
Doug
now.
is
Yeah.
tremendous. Seeing him out there during the Thanksgiving holiday on
He's
That
out in the
Wednesday-
street
He's
here at
like doing
441
work.
breakdancing. You know, he's incredible.
but you're going to want to go out there for all the, again, holiday dinners and entertaining.
How many pounds of stone crabs do you get?
For the Christmas Eve dinner, I put in the order yesterday. I didn't do it by weight. I did it by number. We're going to have 4 guests eating stone crabs, and each will have 2 large. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
going to be about
that's a nice number.
2.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds of large stone crabs.
Oh, beautiful.
And again, now that I'm rolling in dough, I was like, fine, yeah, make them the large, make them the
I'll make it
colossal,
three, yeah.
I'll give you my
bring in the, Michelle wanted something to make a crudo. I said, what's a good like sushi quality fish to make a crudo, which is a raw fish dish?
Yeah.
They said the sea bass.
Nice.
I said, I'll take a pound of that. And she said, you didn't even ask how much. I was like, I don't even care how much. But they, again, have the greatest quality at fair pricing.
Yep.
At Delaware Chicken and Seafood. And if you're not into the seafood side of the things, you can get the steaks, and I believe they're going to be having holiday roasts. They also have turkeys and ducks, anything
Poultry's
you want to
great.
prepare for the Christmas and New Year's holidays coming up. Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood, 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, right across from the Seminole Classic Casino. And they are going to be open every day except Christmas Day. They're closed. And they're going to even be open Christmas Eve.
Nice.
That Sunday, opening early at 7:30 in the morning, or maybe 7 a.m. till about 4 in the afternoon. Go in, get your seafood orders in now. Give them a call and get it. Meanwhile, Grandpa's gift certificates.
Mark,
Yeah,
Mark,
that's great. That's great.
Thank you. Pet
Catering
Rescue.
available.
Anybody in the business. Mayo is giving out the details on this for our friends in the business, which we have many, fortunately. But the gift cards being donated by restaurants to the Pet Rescue auction, and all the proceeds are going there. Kathy Vassallo over at Fishtails putting this together.
Great
My
cause.
wife, the Mustang involved. So we're collecting these,
We're
and
gonna
Mark
be-
Freed, the first guy to pony up.
I
Very
love it.
nice.
That's
we're
great.
gonna be gathering these up, and we'll
Nice.
find out if it's respect or fear. But the Mike
Yeah,
Mayo
we'll
is
see.
going to be.
I think it's a lot of both.
People are more
He
afraid
requests
of
a
an
favor.
insane person, which
let
you
me
represent
tell you
yourself
something about my friend Defo.
Yeah.
If you refuse him this request, there will be never a second request.
We know where your family lives. That's the key.
Man, did I have fun today? I'm running on
You were
fumes.
out of your mind today. As
And we'll
usual.
see you
Every
all tomorrow
day.
from Gilbert's.
What do you think? Am I going to keep the streak running tonight? Am I going to play? And
Oh,
am
you're
I
gonna
going to
do
win
more.
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Streak continues.
That's
Good
it.
for you.
And
a
I
good
got to
streak.
credit Bonnie DePacio up in Frigid, North Carolina. Before she left, she handed me this little bag that has like dice
Oh, I thought you
and
were
like
gonna
a
say cocaine in it.
horseshoe. No, she called it her good luck bag. And I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
Richie had it
Oh,
or
wow. I
whatever.
never let go of that bag.
She handed me that bag, and since then, I have not lost.
Good for you.
It's unbelievable. So thank you, Bonnie, and I'm going to try to keep the streak
Don't
going.
jinx it.
Welcome home, Mama Mayo.
Yes.
Welcome back in town. Val is going to be landing
Nice.
soon,
Your
and
whole life is
it's
coming
the
together.
holidays. This is
Yeah.
great.
And we'll see you tomorrow from
All right.
Gilbert's.
Gilbert's Burger Day tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy every pastrami sandwich.